Hello, and welcome to School Notes. I'm Jeray Bolton, filling in for Mr. Rowe. We have a lot of great stories to share from Hampton City Schools hallways. We spent some time with students from different grades and schools to see how their year is going. Kraft Elementary School students had a lot to say about the new things they're learning and what they like about school so far.
My favorite subject is art because when you're doing art, it doesn't really matter what you do, and it's your own thing. You don't have to paint something that you don't want to, and so you get to be expressive with what you paint and draw.
The most interesting thing I learned this year is how to multiply 3-digit numbers to 2-digit numbers. It's easy because Mr. Agley taught us a new method to do it, so it's easy.
It's been good because we got to meet new people and learn new things.
We spoke with some students from Lindsay Middle School, and they said they're adjusting to their new grade level and excited about using iPads in classrooms.
The work is a lot harder. You gotta do more, and it's just that the work, you gotta move to many different classes, and that's a lot of moving around. Like every hour the bell rings, you gotta keep moving to class to class to class. Then you gotta go lunch, then you gotta go PE every other day.
We got to use the iPads this year. Well, we're using them in science so far, and we're studying the cells, like the nucleus and everything. We were zooming in on them, and we had to write down the definitions. And we're also reading a book on dividing and combining cells and how they grow.
To start off, at first I felt happy and relieved with we're middle school, but then I'm like, there's a lot more classes I have to do. Some of my classes are cut short for more classes, and then I have to do from two homeworks a night to sometimes 5 homeworks a night.
And Phoebus freshmen have been learning the ropes at the high school level. These guys have been getting a lesson in school spirit and managing new freedom.
In middle school, you did have a lot of school spirit, but here in high school, you have pep rallies. Things are bigger, things are more. You're introduced to more things. So it's a very great experience. I think high school, now I can understand why people say I love my high school days. I wish I could redo them and stuff like that.
The biggest difference has been the freedom. The teachers have been holding our hands through middle and elementary school, so we rely more on ourselves for high school.
From every grade level, all the students we talk to have something they're looking forward to. For some, it's an upcoming event. For others, it's about moving up to the next grade and taking on new challenges.
The Great Computer Challenge. It's where you make posters and flyers, and you get judged on it in the end. So you go to ODU in Norfolk, and they judge you, and you can win first place, second, and third.
Really going to 7th grade and probably get my college degree.
The 5th grade graduation. Then after that, you'll go to 6th grade and middle school. I'm really looking forward to middle school. And the 5th grade graduation is something that's only going to get to happen one time.
I hope they remain poised and focused for all that lies ahead and have a successful school year. I'm a senior at Phoebus High School, and I can tell you, it goes by fast, so make sure you enjoy it. Barron Fundamental School kicked off their K-5 Buddies program with 5th graders, reading to their newly assigned kindergarten buddy. 5th graders adopt a kindergarten buddy and do different projects throughout the year.
I think the most important thing that we want the kindergarten students and the 5th grade students to take from this is just a sense of you make a difference and we're all in this together.
The 5th grade students will later write a fairy tale featuring their buddy as the main character. Part of the Standards of Learning curriculum requires 5th graders to write a narrative, and this project turns the requirement into something fun for everyone. At the end of the year, 5th graders will read the book they wrote for the kindergartners to them.
We met my buddy Zachary. I asked him some questions, and then right now I'm reading him a book about the Earth. He likes to any place in the world he'd like to go. He'd like to go to the playground, and he likes to play with his friends. I'm excited because he's cool, and I like that he likes to go to the playground and play with his friends.
He's going to be my school buddy for the rest of the year.
A delegation from Anyang, South Korea, sister city of Hampton, visited Hampton High School and Andrews PK-8 school. The purpose of the visit was to observe new technologies, benchmark educational, cultural, and industrial standards, and to strengthen the relationship and cooperation between the two cities. The delegation received a warm greeting from students and staff. They were treated to a tour of both schools and a musical performance by students at Hampton High.
Was part of the delegation that went to Anyang, South Korea to celebrate their 40th anniversary of becoming a city, part of the Hampton City Schools and Sister Cities of Hampton delegation.
We went to Anyang, South Korea, and we visited Shinseng High School, where we learned about their technology and what they're doing in that realm. The Anyang delegation visit here to Hampton is to look at what we're doing in the field of technology. Many of the things that we're doing here in Hampton City Schools, many of the classes, are not even held in Anyang. And so this has been great to really, for them to increase their knowledge of what we're doing in the field of technology so that they can take that back home.
We just got back last week. It was a pretty amazing trip. I enjoyed myself. We got fed every single day. The food is organic, so instead of gaining weight, you actually kind of either stay the same weight or you lose a little bit of weight.
We are honored to have you join us, and we are equally honored to have Shin Ki-yoon, our Korean exchange student, with us today. She has been translating and has done very well, so thank you, Shin Ki-yoon.
They come to friendly to me, and yeah, that was very good, and thanks to them.
Virginia is holding a general election in November, but the majority of students at Hampton City Schools are not of legal age to vote. Students around the city are holding their own elections for student council positions. Davis Middle School held their elections using an electronic voting system and learned a valuable lesson in citizenship.
Is tied into the social studies curriculum, which is why they're voting during their social studies classes, especially 8th grade. And I would like them to get out of it just serving the community as well. For example, if they are elected, they were elected for a reason. They should hold to their responsibilities. I feel like it almost gives them something to work for. They weren't selected by a teacher, they weren't recommended, they were voted upon. That should mean a lot and hopefully make them work harder.
We're voting for SEA candidates like president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary.
I thought it was really fun that I get to try it for the first time. I really want to pick the person that's right for what I believe in and what's the right for this country.
I know that they're going to do the right thing, and they're just my friends.
Don't be surprised if you start hearing more music in the hallways soon. Professional Development introduced the Guitars in the Classroom program, beginning a 7-week professional development course for non-musician teachers to enable them to use music more effectively in their daily classroom instruction.
Open G, go.
This program is to teach guitar to teachers, to empower them to use music in their classes. If they use music in their classes with their curriculum, students can remember more and they'll have a lot more fun learning. We'll probably see some kids singing in their heads when they're taking tests.
I love to sing anyway, and children love to sing, so this will give me another medium to be able to use music in my classroom.
The guitar lessons are going really great. It's been a lot of fun to kind of learn, how to play, and we're already thinking of ways to incorporate it into the classroom, so it's been a lot of fun.
I think this is a good way for the kids to get you want to grab their attention, and what better way to do that than through music and an instrument in front of them.
The course is designed to train teachers to play simplified guitar, sing, and lead songs in their classrooms, and is meant for teachers in every grade and teaching environment. Teachers will also learn to write songs for teaching lessons by applying specific forms. Bassette Elementary School received help from community volunteers. They cleared a half-mile of fence line in the rain to provide a clear view of the playground. More than 30 volunteers from Joint Base Langley Eustis and the community cleared the debris. The cleanup took place before the city's Hampton Home Repair Blitz event.
It really helps just show the importance of the community that is taking over Bassett, that really wants to partner with the school to make it a great place for kids, a safe place for kids, and an inviting place for kids. And this is just, you know, one exhibit of them showing that. And they've just jumped on board, giving many hours, not only with this project, but we've had other members also throughout the school year coming in and doing some neat things, cleaning the school.
Tarrant Elementary School held a math and reading night for students and their families. Approximately 120 children and parents attended the event. Parents had an opportunity to see what their children were learning and receive some guidance to help with homework. Parents, students, and staff wore their favorite jerseys for a sports-themed evening. It's time once again for the Kecoughtan High School Warrior Classic. There you get to see the best high school marching bands from all over Virginia compete for not only awards, but bragging rights too. The judges come from a variety of musical backgrounds and will present awards for each class and overall performance. The competition will be held at Darling Stadium on November 2nd. It's time to lace up your running shoes. Chase the Chief 5K and Fun Run is taking place November 16th. Participants are led on the run by the Hampton Police Chief to raise awareness for physical fitness and good nutrition. The Hampton Council PTA and Hampton Police Department sponsor the event. The run will take place rain or shine. The Kecoughtan girls volleyball team honored breast cancer survivors and those who lost their battle to the disease. Dig Pink is a national fundraising event whose proceeds benefit Side Out, which unites volleyball players and coaches to further breast cancer awareness. The team decorated the gym in pink crepe paper and spelled out Dig Pink. A memory wall was created for people to sign their names of their loved ones. While we're talking about volleyball, let's take a look at some highlights from the game and other fall sports too. Students at Spratley Gifted Center were rewarded for their participation in a school fundraiser with a morning of entertainment from 3 bicycle motocross riders. If a student sold 5 items or more, they could participate and watch the show. Spratley Principal Dr. Kenneth Crum even got into the fun by sitting in a chair on the ramp while the riders jumped over his head. After the show, students got autographs from the riders. As we wrap up this newscast, we'd like to remind you to send us your story ideas. We really enjoy sharing your stories. Remember, it's every child, every day, whatever it takes. Have a good one.